What's up, YouTube? SOS here. For any of you that have been subscribed to me, you probably noticed haven't really been busy lately. I haven't been doing anything. A little disappointing. I promise eventually I'll be doing some new stuff. But right now, I just want to talk about something for a second. It's usually not something I ever talk about, which is sports. Uh, if any of you know me, you know I'm a pretty big sports fan. LeBron James and the Miami Heat just won. Well, what is LeBron James' first championship? I'll get right into it. The reason I'm posting this video is just because I feel adamant about a little something that's rare today. Something called being rational. Something called being logical. Something called not letting hatred blind you from the truth. I'll be the first guy to admit that, because I'm going to go back to this, because apparently the reason for everyone's source of hate is everyone talking about, oh, LeBron James came on TV. What an arrogant asshole. He came on TV and held a televised event announcing where he was going to go. What a jackass. Alright, I'm not going to lie. It's true. But I don't buy that as being everyone's fuel for, oh, LeBron James, we hate him. People burning jerseys in the streets. I've said it before. People burning jerseys in the streets are not true sports fans. And I don't care if you're watching this video. I'll say it straight up to your face. You're not a real sports fan. People that burn jerseys are fanatics. You're no worse than those people that go to those religious fanatics. There's nothing wrong with being religious. I'm religious myself, but you're just like those fanatics that go to church and then hate on people for being gay or for being a different race. Anti-Semitics, all that. These idiotic people that anytime there's a natural disaster and people get killed, they drop a random ass quote out of the Bible and say that it was God's will, or that, idiots. You're no worse than them, or better. You're just fanatics. You're not real fans. You don't burn the jersey. You were never a fan of someone to begin with if you take his jersey and burn it simply because he went somewhere else. Okay? And I'm going to get another thing out of the way is because people want to say it. LeBron James, and I'm going to say this one, LeBron James, that's his name. I'm not sure if you realize it. His name is LeBron James. His name is not Michael Jordan. His name is not Kobe Bryant, okay? I am so and I'm usually not this passionate about things like this, because, I'm not necessarily a Heat fan. I've been rooting for them, but I am so goddamn sick of oh, Kobe's got blah 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 championships. Michael Jordan's got blah 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 championships. See now, and I knew this would happen. All the people that hate LeBron, he'll never win a ring. He's not going to win the ring. He's a choke artist. He'll never. Yeah. See, the first thing they put on Facebook is, oh, Kobe says, "Fuck your one ring. I got 5." Excuses. People don't want to admit they're wrong. No one can admit they're wrong in this day and age. No one can admit they were wrong. No one can just be happy for the guy. And no one can just say he's LeBron James. For some reason, everyone has to compare him to Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. Why? Look at Alex Rodriguez. Alex Rodriguez there's not I don't think there's a person that will deny he's one of the best baseball players, period. But he's always had this thing where he just fails in the playoffs. He doesn't do shit. And he's been known as a choke artist. Now, what happened in the first year that he actually contributed to the playoffs since he was in the Yankees? They won the fucking World Series. Well, you see what happened this year. LeBron James is the man, and they won the damn championship. I don't understand why people have to be so bitter. Why do you care? I'm hearing LeBitch James or LeBitch. Well, if you're saying stuff like that, you're not a man anyways. You're just a child. That name calling shit is just so fucking immature. LeBitch James. So first of all, why is he a bitch? My favorite. Because he had to go to the Heat and play with two guys who were great players. He didn't have the balls to do it by himself like Jordan. Like I said, he's not Jordan. And I don't understand why, because one man's decision is paramount. Another man's decision is suddenly what's the word I'm looking for? It's disrespected. It's not respected. It's frowned upon. The man put himself in the best position he could to win. If you hate on somebody for that, you're a fucking hypocrite, because then that would lead me to assume that you don't take advantage of every opportunity you get in life. You're hating on someone for taking advantage. simply because one man named Michael Jordan did things differently. Fuck you. I'll say it straight to your face because you're idiots. Be happy for the man. LeBron James is not some all evil asshole you make him out to be. Look, I'm hearing all this stuff, and even the proof is in the magazines and on TV. Is LeBron James is voted the most hated athlete. Why? Because he televised his. I mean, it was an asshole thing to do, but Jesus Christ, most hated athlete. Seriously? So now we're gonna compare LeBron James to like Barry Bonds and Gary Sheffield. Is that what it is? Really? I mean, seriously, most hated athlete? Just for that? People just want to hate. People just want to have something to be bitter and angry to bitch about. And apparently it's LeBron James. I don't understand why, but it's just because people are illogical. Now, for those of you, and I know there probably isn't that many of you, but for those of you who are still like LeBron James and are still a fan of him to this day, even after he left Cleveland, God bless you because you're real sports fans. Those people burning jerseys out in Cleveland, they're not real sports fans. They're not. Like the same people, and it's funny because I said this in my last videos. Cleveland, these are the same people that booed Jim Thome when he came back to the Cleveland Stadium after he joined the White Sox in '06. Jim Thome, you will not find a nicer, more stand-up guy in sports ever. Booing Jim Thome, really? My opinion, from what I've seen just so far, is Cleveland is just terrible, terrible sports fans. No appreciation for what they have. LeBron James. You think the Cleveland Cavaliers would have ever been relevant for the last some years if LeBron James hadn't been drafted and played there? They would have never been relevant. And I'm a Chicago guy, okay? I'm a Bulls fan. And see, there's another thing. I'm not going to be like so many of these dickwads and just be all angry because he didn't join the Bulls, because that's a little bit counterproductive, don't you think? Oh, I'd be such a big fan of LeBron if he came to Chicago. Oh, he's not going to come to Chicago. I hate him. So you hate him if he's with somebody else, but if he's on your team, you love him. So illogical. So I guess I'm just venting here. I know. It's like, well, why do you bother? People are going to be the way they are. You know what? I'm just like George Carlin used to say, I just have a very low tolerance level for stupid bullshit. And it's stupid bullshit. Good for you, LeBron. I'm glad you won your ring. And you know what? I'm a Bulls fan, so I want the Bulls to be in it, and they're going to be in it when D Rose gets healthy. But there's a part of me that actually hopes that LeBron does win all those championships, because the day he would win 8, remember what he said, and this is another thing people use against him, because self-righteous people have to take everything somebody says seriously. Right? Like nobody was ever arrogant before. Every man has an ego. Okay, every man has an ego. It's no different for anybody else. Just a matter of how big your ego is. Does LBJ have an ego? Sure he does. You have an ego. I have an ego. We all have egos. So even if LeBron did win, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. If he won 8 damn championships, I'd probably be in my mid-30s by then. If he did win 8 championships, you know what would happen? People would be bitching about, oh, well, you know what, he just got lucky, or the series was fixed. People were saying that about this series. It was fixed. Apparently these idiots weren't watching the same series the rest of the world was watching, because if you had noticed, OKC did not bring it this series. They played good the first 2 games, and the rest of the game they played shit. Did anybody actually watch Game 5? OKC had nothing. They couldn't make a simple 2-point jump shot from anywhere in the field. They couldn't even dunk. Like numerous times someone actually tried to dunk it. I mean, come on. People want to be biased. People don't want to people just don't want to admit they're wrong. And I don't understand that. When the proof is there, it's like these people, you're no better than those people who get shown on camera in court doing something and they still say, oh, no, it wasn't me. It was fixed. Get the fuck out of here. Idiots. Congratulations, LeBron James. I'm glad you won your first ring. You're a little cocky, but you know what? Michael Jordan was hella cocky. I mean, hey, Michael Jordan was the man. He got 6 rings. See, I'm not trying to compare him. I'm just saying, if people want to compare him, follow through. You don't want to undermine your own bullshit, but you know what? Michael Jordan, during his championship run, had a couple of really, really good top level players playing with him. He won the first without Dennis Rodman, sure. But that's what I'm saying. Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan. I won't lie to you. He was way better than LeBron James. I mean, why are we arguing this? Why does LeBron James have to be the same level as Michael Jordan? Why does he have to be the same level as Kobe? LeBron James is LeBron James, and that's good enough. He and his team just won a championship. Just give him fucking credit. Yeah, wait, he's a bitch because he had to go with two. You know what? Just shut your fucking mouths. Just shut your mouths. Haters gonna hate. Like I said, if they did win 8 championships, that's what would happen. People would still make excuses because people want to talk the shit, but they don't want to admit when they're wrong. That's you know what? That's just like people want to talk all the shit, but when their shit starts to stink, they just want to deny it. But sorry, the rest of some of us actually do have good sense of smell. We can still smell your shit. All right. So I guess I'm droning on a little too long here, but I just want to get my feelings out on this because this shit just sickens me. Because now you're not gonna hear him get the respect he deserves. You're still just gonna see all these mem photos with Jordan holding 6 rings and Kobe holding 5 and LBJ holding 1 and crying and shit. You know what? Fuck you. You people sicken me. If you're not true sports fans, you're idiots. You're just looking for attention on Facebook and YouTube so that you can, get people to go, LOL, LOL, you're so funny, and get your mindless bunch of sheep to follow what you're saying. You're wrong and you're stupid. Sorry. Congratulations, LeBron, you finally got over the hump. Now, I do admit that I hope he doesn't get too swelled ahead now. He seems to become a little more modest over time, but sometimes that can be calculated. These guys have an ego, like I said, and sometimes they could be just telling you what you want to hear. But I'd like to take him as some being sincere. I'll give him that chance. I'm not a huge LeBron James fan, but I sympathize with him for this because the type of hatred he's getting, totally not warranted. Of course, in my opinion, hatred is usually one of the only feelings. They say feelings aren't wrong, but hatred, in my opinion, is usually misplaced because it's usually used for something that's just unimportant. Why waste something like hate? Think about this. Hate is the polar opposite of love. Think about how powerful an emotion love is. Now, completely reverse that. Because of a basketball player with a little bit of arrogance, really? Sorry, that's pathetic. So you should take a look in the mirror and just, realize maybe you're wasting some of your emotions, okay? I guess that's all I'm going to say. I think I pretty much got out everything I wanted to say on this matter. Just let the man have his due. No matter what you say, you haters will never, despite all the shit you talk, you'll always be wrong because the proof is in it. LeBron James just added the cherry to his sundae. The man's a multi-time MVP. I even know people that even can't stand LeBron that would even admit, you know what, he chokes him in the series. But you know what, he's really fucking good, and that's just what he is. Multi-time MVP, and now he's got his championship, so he's at least proven that he can win. Make all the excuses you want. He couldn't win without top level play. Well, you know what? Like I said, he's not Michael Jordan, so you shouldn't expect him to. There's a reason that these sports are called team sports. You need multiple people to help you win. Even before Michael Jordan had Rodman, he still had Scottie Pippen on his side. But Michael Jordan was the best. LeBron James is one of the best now, but he will never be Jordan. So people need to understand this fact and stop trying to do the comparisons and trying to make any sort of correlation because there is none. LeBron James is LeBron James. He's really good, but people expecting him to be on Michael Jordan's level, and that's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. That's all there is to it. So I guess that's the bottom line. I just wanted to get this out. Now, my final word will be the haters, and you're probably a hater if you're shaking your head and disagreeing with this video. And the reason why is because, and maybe I sound arrogant when I say this, but it's just the truth. These are facts that I'm speaking. So, you know what? Like Jack Nicholson said, sometimes you just can't handle the truth, but this is the truth. So if you disagree with what I'm saying, fuck you, because the facts don't care whether you disagree with them or not. You may as well argue that 2 plus 2 equals 4, or that George Washington was the first president of the United States, because you have just as much a case. So, congratulations, LeBron. Congratulations, Heat. I can admit that I was even wrong when I said I didn't think they would win a championship for a couple of years because they didn't have a strong enough bench. Man, Chalmers and Miller and Haslam, those guys stepped up, and that's another big reason they won. And hey, you know who had a really good bench and that was actually another key for them winning? Doubles. Again, what you want about Jordan? He had good teammates and he had a fantastic bench to help to work with him. So even the best basketball player that ever lived still needs a little bit of help to help him win. Okay? So fuck you haters, you're idiots. And you're just simply plain